Hello and welcome to Intruders TV. We are at Second Chance Tuesday in London talking to Ryan Gallagher from Connect Me Anywhere. Ryan, tell us a little bit about yourself and what you're trying to do with Connect Me Anywhere.
As you say, my name is Ryan Gallagher. My background is quite varied. I've worked for very large companies managing global networks. I've worked for small companies, such as startup companies in Silicon Valley, which were funded. And after a lot of experience of working for different size companies, I decided to start my own company. That was about a year and a half, 2 years ago with my wife. We sat down and went through a whole bunch of different ideas of what we felt was lacking and what we thought there was a sincere need for. And we started Connect Me Anywhere. We spent about a year and a half building up a platform, which now we've released some technology on top of that platform. And the idea is to bridge the gap between the web and traditional telephony.
So I guess there are a number of companies in that space. Some are competing with you, some are not. So can you tell us a little bit about what exactly that you do in the voice space and how you're going to bridge the web and the voice worlds?
Sure, I think we get confused with a lot of companies which compete with some of the things we do, but I think there's very few companies that are out there that actually do what we truly do. And what we're trying to do is not just offer cheap calls or just say you have to download this application or convince people to use their phone as a PC or to use their PC as a phone. We're trying to actually truly integrate the fact that I have a phone, it works pretty well as a phone, I've used it all my life as a phone. We're trying to say, on that phone you can now interact with the web, not look at it through your little screen or try and interact with your small keyboard, but actually truly integrate it so that I can phone up web pages and have them read to me. I can phone up documents and have them read to me, and I can send them on to different people. I can access a contact list which previously has only been stored in web services. I can send voice emails from my phone. All the things which are integral to a phone anyway, and that has been left behind by the technology of the web, which is trying, again, they're taking the functionality of the web and they're trying to mix the two, but I see like Skype did a great job obviously of taking the functionality of the phone and putting it on the PC, but the PC is quite unreliable, your internet access is quite unreliable, and the quality is not the same quality that you're used to. And other people are taking the applications on the PC and putting them onto a phone. Now again, the technology the phone is built on is small. It's a small form factor, it's not very good for looking at, and the input and output devices just don't work very well unless you're talking about voice. Voice works fine. So what we're trying to do is we're not taking the functionality of the web and putting it on the phone. We're mingling the two and bridging the divide to actually enable web applications to be used from a normal phone with nothing to install and nothing to download. And we don't believe you should have to download or install anything because you have a phone, it's already good enough, no matter what phone that is, we support it.
Okay, so let's say if we want to voice enable the Intruders TV blog, all right, can you take us through what we need to do, if anything, to set it up?
Right now you have to do pretty much nothing. There's two different options. One, anybody who registers for our service can add the URL for your RSS feed, and from that point forward they can assign a number to it, or they can just phone into a directory and punch in the name on their phone, and then it'll just be read out to them. It's that simple, there's nothing to do. If you guys wanted to offer a number which was available to people who have not registered for our service, you just contact us. We give you a phone number, which are local numbers. There's no high cost to any of our calls. They're all in your bundled minutes. They're all above board. We give you regional numbers for anywhere you want in the world, and then whenever people phone those numbers, they're put straight through to your blog.
Okay, and then how do you make money off this?
We make money in a variety of different ways. We have some services which are free, such as calling up blogs. If you guys wanted to buy a number off us or lease a number, you would pay for that. If a user is registered for the service and wants to just add your blog, there's no money, that's free. Anything which costs us no money, we pass on for free. And if something costs us money, we pass on that cost with as little margin as possible.
Okay, and what about, so the company you said you started about a year and a half ago. So what stage are you guys at? Are you funded? Are you looking for funding?
We're currently self-funded, and we are at the moment in talks with some large VC companies and with some angels. We've got some great backup at the moment, and we've been building out our board of advisors. We have Chris Burke, who's the ex-CTO of Vodafone. We have Warren Langley, who's the ex-CEO of the Pacific Stock Exchange, and two other names which I'm not going to mention because they haven't signed yet. But our board really gives us a lot of weight in the discussions that we're having at the moment. And my last company was funded, and we got funded fairly fast. And we want to take this one quite slow, make sure we get funded by the right people, make sure that we actually grow the company correctly rather than trying to rush into growing a 45-person team just because we've got the money to do so. We want to grow the company and the technology at a slow enough pace. So right now we're talking to a bunch of VC firms, and hopefully one of them is the right one for us.
Okay, and the last question is, so you're currently based in London. Is your service available worldwide, or is it something you're going to provide after the funding?
The service is available in about 25 countries and I think about 60 odd different locations. And we can roll out, in theory, as many countries as we want. We add a new 5 or 10 countries every couple of months. And with funding, obviously, we can open up that a lot more and open up a hell of a lot more countries and locations. And also, in terms of what we offer, we can offer a much richer experience. We have a very detailed roadmap of some of the things we want to offer. A lot of the things we currently have in beta, we'd like to roll them out as a product which has been fully productized. I know some of the partnerships that we're dealing with as well will increase our reach into different regions, such as South Africa and Russia.
Great. Well, thank you, Ryan, and good luck.